So welcome everybody. I hope you're all set up with your beers tonight and enjoying this fantastic sunshine, beautiful weather we've been having over the last 2-3 weeks actually, since we got locked down, and perfect for barbecues. I'm sure quite a few of you are having barbecues tonight, and coincidentally, our beer for tonight, the Hurricane, is perfect for a barbecue on the beach. I know we can't do it on the beach, but we can pretend. Um, so we're tasting Hurricane tonight, which was first brewed by us in 2018, so not that long ago. It is basically, we brewed it as a celebration of the centenary of the Royal Air Force. Al, my business partner, and I, when we started the brewery, we're ex-Air Force ourselves, and so when that anniversary came around, we thought it would be good to do something. Also, we thought we'd work with the RAF Benevolent Fund, who are one of the charities that we work with, to raise a bit of money. So we give a donation for every pint of beer that gets sold. We give a donation, 5p to the RAF Benevolent Fund, and so we have kept it going. How did we start this? We did this in a collaboration with the RAF Benevolent Fund. You see on the side of the bottle there, we've got the RAF Benevolent Fund logo. And in fact, a friend of ours and ex-tornado pilot Baz Dale, he was the director of the Scottish branch of the RAF Benevolent Fund at the time. And so we worked with him to come up with a beer that would reflect the, hello John, would reflect hopefully the RAF and the sort of collaboration between us and the Americans, and also give people a nice refreshing beer to enjoy. Hurricane is currently the CEBA UK bronze champion in cask and keg both. It is very popular. People ask us which are our most popular beers. The blonde is our biggest seller. Hurricane's been catching it up over the last couple of years. It's proving more and more popular as we go on. More of which in a second. As you can see, we used the RAF colours on the label to reflect the RAF centenary, and I'll get a nice little close up of the logo because you've all got that RAF Benevolent Fund. Big up for them. They do great work raising money for current and ex-servicemen who've maybe fallen on hard times or are having some difficulty, and they can help them out and get them through harder times. So let's get down to tasting some beer because it's a nice warm night and I'm quite thirsty. So let's see. Fizz. Good bit of fizz, nice head, lovely, clear, a little bit hazy. We don't find our beers bottle condition. It's going to be a little bit of haze in there, but it's pretty clear, nice light colour. We use pale malt and a little bit of wheat in this to give it that lovely light colour. Nice tight head, bubbles and the head, and on the nose it's got pineapple, mango, lovely fruit flavours. We wanted to make a blend when we did this beer along with Baz. We wanted to make something that would reflect a little bit the relationship between the RAF and the United States Air Force through World War II, and so we used some American hops and New World hops, and we used British malts, and the result is basically a lovely fruity, so mango. People get passion fruit. I get sort of mango pineapple aromas, lovely fruity aroma, not too much, but a lovely aroma there. Nice bit of fizz. Nice clean flavour. Fruit comes through, not overpowering, sort of ripe stone fruit sort of on the palate. We say it's a bit of a fruit salad of a beer. It's got lots of big fruity flavours, and a nice, slightly crisp, bitter finish, but not too bitter. So that means that the fruit allows the fruit flavours to come through and reflects a nice, crisp, clean beer. Lovely with a barbecue. It's great for a nice summer's night like this. Maybe a little bit chilled, although clearly we would recommend 10 to 13 degrees, but it's not bad. Sort of down a little bit lower at 6 to 8, and you get those crisp, clean flavours. It'll be a bit more bitter at that temperature, but as it warms up, all the fruit flavours start coming through. So, how do we get those flavours? Well, Amarillo and Citra hop, basically. There is a bit of Amarillo hop in there as well to give us bitterness, but Amarillo. So if you know our other beers, Typhoon has got a bit of an aircraft theme. Typhoon has got Amarillo hop, and Amarillo is got all mandarin, tangerine sort of flavours, and Citra, as per the name, has got more of the sort of citrus, lemony, and sort of the sort of rind flavours of your oranges, etc., coming through it. So it's a bit harsher. It's quite a powerful hop, lovely hop. So if you drink a Tornado, you'll have experienced the Citra hop on its own, and know what a big, powerful hop it is. So those two combined basically create lots of different fruits, and a very, very drinkable and refreshing beer. Refreshing summer IPA. I wrote it here. That's why I keep looking over there. So that's Hurricane in a nutshell. Quick little taste in there. Very light, refreshing, and really tasty beer. Oh, enjoying that tonight. So for anybody who's watching, and people who've watched all of the last 4 tastings, I've got a little quiz for you. So behind me, wrong way, there, you'll see there's a picture, and I won't insult your intelligence, of a Tornado. That's the aircraft I flew, and Al flew, before we left the Air Force. There's a Tornado. And every week over the last 4 weeks, there's been a different picture of an aircraft up there. So round of applause for anybody who was quick enough, has been observant enough to see what those aircraft are, and I'll give you a round of applause, and we might think of a little prize depending on if you get them in the right order, you'll definitely get a prize. Okay, not that I've thought what the prize is yet. Right, so why did we call Hurricane? Well, we thought so. Myself and Baz, we sat down, and we thought about possible names. Clearly, an aircraft name was in the offing. Spitfire already had a beer named after it, so we couldn't use that one. But we felt that Hurricane had been in the shadow of the Spitfire for way too long. Hurricane as an aircraft, contrary to popular belief, was in fact because of its stability, its fast turnaround time, and the numbers that the RAF had, was in fact the aircraft that gave us the edge in the Battle of Britain. It shot down more aircraft. I've got some numbers here I'll talk about in a minute. It shot down more aircraft than Spitfire, more times than Spitfire. We had more aircraft, and due to it was a little bit slower, it wasn't as agile, but it had a tighter turning circle, other bits and pieces, which meant that actually it got more kills in the end than the Spitfire did. It just wasn't quite as fun to fly, so it never really got the plaudits. So we thought that we would create a beer that reflected that, and that's why we decided to champion the Hurricane rather than any other aircraft, because over the years of the Battle of Britain, months of the Battle of Britain, it was really the workhorse, if you like. And I have got some numbers here, and I'm going to read them out to you because for those of you who are interested in aircraft. First flew in November 1935, was the first RAF fighter with a retractable undercarriage. That's possibly not that interesting. But the average numbers in fighter command were over 1,300 compared to just about 950 Spitfires. Uh, there were 32 Hurricane squadrons. There were 19 Spitfire squadrons. And it was easier to fix. It had a wooden frame and basically and then stretched canvas over that frame, which made it really easy to fix. So it was very easy. So if it got shot at, a couple of holes, land, patch up the holes, could get airborne again really quickly. So it was very quicker to turn around in that way. And the general turnaround time was very short, about 10 minutes, 9 to 10 minutes compared to 25 minutes plus for a Spitfire. So much quicker to get it down, get it refueled, get it the weaponry all rearmored, and then get it back up in the air. So all in all, it was a much more efficient machine for getting the numbers up against the Germans, but it wasn't as fast, wasn't as sexy, not as agile as a Spitfire. Couldn't fly as high, so they actually had slightly separate, different jobs. The two aircraft, the Spitfires, tended to go after the fighters. The Hurricanes tended to go after the bombing rays, but that wasn't the only things they did. Here's to all that flew the Hurricane and fought in the Battle of Britain, and that's why we brewed this beer and call it Hurricane. And we've raised over the last 2 or 3 years around just under £5,000 for the RF Benevolent Fund. So we're very pleased with that. So I'm enjoying this. So the Hurricane, just to finish off with the aircraft bit, it was last to fly. The squadron that it last with was 6th Squadron, and coincidentally 6th Squadron is now at RAF Lossiemouth. They are a Typhoon squadron on base. So anybody listening from 6th Squadron, hello, and congratulations, you're the last Hurricane squadron. Although you probably already knew that. We'll see you all in a couple of weeks' time with 2 brand new beers. So keep your eyes on Facebook. We'll be announcing those in the next week or so. So keep your eyes peeled. We'll get the tasting packs out, and we'll have another session of 4 tasting evenings, which will hopefully be accompanied by beautiful weather. And it just really means for me to finish off with my tradition. Cheers to everyone who isn't just going out drinking beers, but actually working hard, trying to help us through this crisis. So to all those critical care workers and essential workers out there, I'd like to say a big cheers to you guys. Wish you well. I hope you're managing to enjoy a beer or whatever it is you like drinking, whether that's gin or whatever it is. Enjoying drink on a Friday evening. And everybody keep safe and keep healthy, and we will see you in a couple of weeks' time. Cheers.